What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Crushing Small Stakes PLO. We are playing 25-50 cent here on Ignition. And make sure that you subscribe so you can keep up with the latest content that we're releasing. We'll be putting out a good amount this week, so make sure you stay tuned. And also check out PLOpokercoaching.com. We have a bunch of information there, a lot of articles that can help you improve your game. And if you're interested in a free 30-minute consultation on your game, we provide that too. So make sure you reach out to us and we can set that up. We are playing here on a Monday early evening. Not going to be usually the best time to play, but at these stakes you can be a little more liberal when you play, just because there will be some weaker players most of the time that you play. But if you are playing at higher stakes, more like 1-2, you definitely have to be more selective in order to maximize your win rate and edge in the game. But we'll see what we have going on here. I am actually going to defend this to the 2.5x res with some nut draws. Checking pretty much full range here. I would stab a little bit in position, but not with a player left to act behind or away. On the turn with our diamonds, I don't think there's any need to bet here. We do have some short-term value. Not too many cards we need protection from apart from the diamonds, but we're unlikely to get anyone to fold diamonds. We will just try and check this down, see if we can get a blank river. I do expect some bets with diamonds. He can't really rep a straight, so he should be betting big if he is going to bet, and he does bet big. In a four-way pot, I'm not going to mess around with this. There's a lot of turns and rivers that, complete his bluffs, and we're in trouble anyway. So we're just going to fold. We hit trips on the river. This guy's never checking back a straight, so we basically have the nuts. So I am just going to pot it. We do block some of the 2-pair calling hands. Probably not going to get too much action, but... And what did I just see? Did he check down a straight? And then just check call the river? Is that what happened? I think that is what happened. Let's take a look. So he did flop 7-8. Check the turn. Blocking the king high straight. And then check the river to just check call. Very interesting line. So we will take a mental note of that. Not sure if he was really trapping or trying to pot control that, which seemed weird given the action. Ace-high board, some good blockers. and no real value in a check back. I think we get to bet here enough. It's not great not having clubs, but if we get called, we can barrel a lot of non-club turns. That is obviously one of the worst ones to barrel. So we will just be checking here. And do we want to bluff? I mean, we will bet some straights for value, but there's not going to be too many straights in our range. Maybe ace 4. I think I'm just going to give this one up. As a hand we potentially could have got to fold, but blocking a pair ourselves, it made that specific combo a little bit less likely. Against these two players, I am actually going to raise on the button. These guys aren't too aggressive behind. I don't think I'll get 3-bet too lightly. Having said that, this guy's thinking about it. It's not ideal that this limper is shallow. Probably makes this play a little bit worse. So he can limp do that with a lot of hands that we just have to fold to. So mistake on my part not seeing the stack size. And just going to fold this hand. Jack check 4, very disconnected. I don't think people fight back enough on these boards. We have some turns that we can barrel. Obviously we block the overpairs, which is a heavy portion of our advantage here on this board. Some weak kings, not good enough to cold call, but good enough to open. Probably could have called against the button, maybe. Against the cuff. With a king high suit, I would definitely be calling. This doesn't look like the best table, but we shall see how it goes. And this guy is limping so many hands. This is very, very weak to be ISOing with, but playing in position against this player is very valuable. And Jack 5 deuce. It's disconnected enough where we probably do get to lead a decent portion, but most of these mid-low boards we're going to be checking 85% of our range, and here flopping the second nut flush. I don't block any pairs, so I'm actually going to lead out. And here we flop very nicely in this 5-way pot. Okay. So I am going to bet, just because I don't see this guy overstabbing too much on the turn. I am going to bet pretty large. There are a lot of draws that can call us now where our one pair is good. And here on the turn, I think that, you know, we're getting called a lot by pair and straight draw. There may be some hands that connect with the jack, but I think that we really just want to continue barreling. We might get called with pairs and flush draws, and we river the second. No, flush draw came in though, and we get raised, which is what we didn't want to see, but we're obviously calling it off at this point. And he did have the straight. So we'll go for a little block bet here. Not blocking a diamond, it's not great, but it's obviously an easy fold to the raise. And we do get called by the second straight. Could have potentially just checked that river. Bottom right, that'll be an interesting one to look at. As to whether we do want to continue barreling the turn. 3-bet pot, we are going to lead a lot of straight boards that are contain an ace, obviously. Lead for half pot. It's a little bit weak, but given the play that we have in the big blind, I'm happy opening a little wider from the small blind. I mean, we'll obviously be 3-betting the aces. And squeezing here. No real reason to just flat. I mean, there's no 3-betting from the players behind us. If there were some maniacs there, maybe we could consider it. So we are somewhat deep. Spot isn't going to connect too well with a lot of raise calling ranges, but obviously not having a club is not great because some of those raise calling ranges, or a lot of them, should be, might not be, but should be double suited. So I think it's a board that we just want to check back and play some turns. That is pretty much the best turn we could ask for. Until we get bet into. Sorry, I'm just going to call here with a player behind. And then likely call most rivers, including that one. We get hero call by a jack. I kind of wish we had some clubs. It would make it a better value bet. We might end up valuing ourselves against a 4, but I just had clubs most likely. There's actually one of the boards with this hand that I am going to lead. Maybe the 6 I would potentially check raise. But we have some decent future blockers on the straight side, pair side, and obviously the no flush blocker. And obviously if we have to pull to res, we're not giving up much equity. We have the big tank to the $3 flop bet. So I'm not sure what this guy has. We'll be ISOing this player. He's playing 60-10. Look to play as many pots as possible in position against him. And this hand is good enough on the button. And we flop a marginal flush draw. Some pretty good turn cards that we can hit in terms of wraps, so definitely don't want to bet and have to fold to a raise here. And now we can call some turns. Depending on what happens here, I wouldn't be too comfortable overcalling. Our outs aren't that clean, but to a half pot size bet here with top pair and a medium flush draw, we are not folding. And with the diamonds in our hand, I think we can potentially get some value if it was check to us. I don't think that we can really raise here. I don't think that he's buying or doing this, calling it off with King 8. We might run into a set here. We do take it down. Got shot 2 backdoor flush draws, min bet in position to be calling this. And this is usually never strength, so I am going to raise here with a nut flush draw and nut gut shot. Raise a little larger too. So we can't fold, but this will happen occasionally, so may actually have a big hand. But there's plenty of rivers that we can bluff, and we still have some outs. That is one that we can bluff. I don't know if he's going to fold 2 pair though, and no, he is not. So we'll be betting the flop here. Could argue a check isn't the worst since we have 3 overs to the 4 and the 6, and we do want to be able to utilize our King of Spades blocker, but I think that this hand is just too good to potentially take the pot down now. King high board is going to be checking, and I will over limp here. And not what we were hoping for. Get the pot size bet on the turn, and not gut shot, not flush draw, no pair. Here I'm actually gonna check. I might bluff rivers, but with 2 callers, and yeah, this I meant to call. With 2 callers, it's likely that someone does have a flush, and yeah, this guy's like so short, he's obviously never folding, so once we get called on the flop, we just give it up. And we have a pot raise. Pretty easy fold, but will be interesting to see what hands we have going on here. Oh wow. We get the river quads for the set over set. That is the best outcome. Now we have this guy sat on 100 big blinds who seems to be the arc at this table. So it's always nice when he hits the 1 hour. No reason to bet here. That's a limped pot. Yeah, that makes sense. We get 3-bet. This guy hasn't 3-bet yet, but obviously we're never folding this hand. And we do flop top 2. And then I'm probably going to check jam just due to playability, but we're never folding with the backdoor flush draw. I mean, we don't usually have much of a raising range here. I'm gonna call. And when he checks back, it's kind of interesting. I mean, he should be banging his entire range on this board. So it's actually a little bit confusing. And I think I do want to bet. Do I want to bet pot? I'll go 3/4. Are we getting value owned by queens? Or aces even, fantastic. In position, this was a pretty loose open. This guy hasn't 3-bet. This is a fun river now. Could just potentially be dead. We were gonna fold this hand anyway without the nut suit. Question is, do we want to check call? Like, what is he checking back the flop with? And then check calling the turn. I feel like he has, like, I don't know, like queens or aces with clubs. I don't know any other hand that people take this line with. We're getting stacked either way, obviously, so I'm just gonna bet pot. See if we get a hero call. Yeah, it's quite a weird line. And usually when you see players showing you their cards when they had a strong hand or a strong draw that they were excited about, that's usually the type of player that you want to be playing against. So this is definitely a recreational player over here. Obviously isolating with the double suited kings and queens, and 3-bang over here with the ace king king. We do get the limp re-raise. Yeah, I mean, he's raising no hands. I mean, this is likely only one hand. so never a reason to raise. And that is a pretty bad flop. Got pretty deep here. So after we lead and get called, we do block a jack, and the no flush draw. Could call with some straight draws. I mean, we have enough showdown value to check down. Yeah, I mean, again, having the jack here isn't actually great, I would say, because like jack 8 is now going to be one of his best bluffs if he actually does want to take that line. I just don't see people doing it often enough to call turn and then inevitably have to stack off on the river. So we'll just let that one go. Forward pot, even with the no flush blocker, not going to be doing much betting here at all. So it's pretty much a check range spot. Like if everybody folds, I'm going to call this bet. But against multiple callers, yeah, there's no need, especially when this guy's short and he's leading, because if he makes a flush, he's never folding if we try and utilize our blockers. And kind of always remember that your blockers become worth less and less as the SPR gets shallower, given that people require less equity to stack off, and you have much less of a stack to leverage. I'm actually going to open this in the cuff. This guy's a little bit on the tighter side. I just realized he's pretty new to the table and this is a small sample, so could be indicative, but not enough to base decisions off yet. Low open-ender. Not much reason in betting. So we flop the gut shot and the flush draw. Actually gonna stop building a pot here. Blocking the nuts and obviously having the nut outs and folding to a raise on the bottom left. Pretty disconnected board. We have some decent turn cards to barrel. So I am gonna bet at this board. Take it down. See, folding the trip kings. We will be wrapping up shortly here. Maybe try and get one or two more interesting hands in. Action was a little slow. It's a little loose open, but again, it's kind of tight, so hopefully I can grab position a lot of times post-flop. We'll be open Queen 8-7-7 down here. And I won't be opening this hand, given how short the blind is. We get to check without jacks, and flop top set with a gut shot. So, not too many hands. I mean, we do unblock diamonds and some of the stabbing range. I mean, we want to reduce the SPR as much as possible here out of position, as there will be some tougher runouts. And this guy is taking some swings at the flop, but obviously he snapjack and leaves once we have top set. And this guy doesn't seem to be banging too much, so we shall see. But again, not the worst if it goes check-check, because there are some turns that are going to significantly devalue our hand. We could even consider just calling. We are pretty deep. We'll be 3-betting down here. And hopefully this guy just jams. That would be very nice. We still have the nuts on the turn. It's likely just going to check back. Flush draws. He could have picked up more draws on the turn too, so we are just going to pot size bet. Here I will check. I don't think we have enough. We turn 2-pair. Obviously the flush draw comes in. Not really a good spot to even check call. This guy is very wide though. I don't expect him to bluff. I don't know if there is a need. I think I'm just going to pot the turn now and fold. He blocks some of the draws that he could have picked up with the 5 and the diamonds. There's some equity. Could have been going for a check raise, obviously, on the flop, and we do take it down. Alright, so let's make aces the last hand over here, and then we will wrap it up as we are over the 30-minute mark. This is kind of a little bit too weak to 3-bet. And we don't want to be doing too much cold calling out of the small blind. I think we just want to check back here. I mean, this guy probably has quite a wide range. And we can obviously call the turn, as we have some bluffing opportunities on the river, and obviously some reasonably nutted outs. That is a pretty good card for us to bluff. And I am just going to pot it. And we do take it down. So that is going to wrap it up for us today. As I said, make sure you stay tuned. We got more content coming out this week. So go ahead and subscribe and check out more coaching content and a free 30-minute consultation on your game at PLOpokercoaching.com. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you guys soon.